The XRP chart is looking good as well. We're literally chilling right below all-time high, right below all-time high. We came out of this area and then the lawsuit ends over here, and now we're just chilling here. So, um, I could definitely see this by the end of this quarter. Right now, this is how the monthly time frame looks. Monthly candle is bullish. The monthly candle turns bearish below $3. We could maybe tap that one more time. Remember, I'm not trying to predict every little micro movement over here. I'm more focused on the bigger picture and just being patient. But yeah, from a bigger picture aspect, this is headed towards a good little four, to $5. Maybe it stops there, maybe it pushes a bit higher. Maybe we push between, 5 to 10. Maybe, I don't know. Um, exactly where we're gonna stop. If anybody said they did, or if I said I did, I'll be lying. I don't know where price is gonna stop, but I just know that we're headed higher for sure. I do know that. And all I'll be waiting for is I'm waiting for price to cool down somewhere. Why? Because retracements are signals. So that's why I'm waiting for price to get somewhere and to then cool down. Because maybe let's just say we end up, having a strong momentum push for a couple of months. Let's say we get one monthly candle, boom, and then a second monthly candle all the way up towards 15 to 20. And then we cool down. Remember, we still got 5 months left in 2025. Well, a little less than 5 months now, but we got 4 months and 21 days, which still is right below 5 months. So depending on how this monthly candle ends up closing, we're still gonna have four whole monthly candles to close this year. And then the yearly candle is still bullish. So there's nothing bearish about this chart. So you got to look at the bigger picture for these reasons. So yeah, the monthly candle over here should and continue bullish for the rest of the month. Maybe we sweep, we come back down and it turns bearish for a second, for a day or two. But the beginning of the week always plays around with people because that's just how crypto is. And then the end of the week is when they turn things up. Um, but yeah, this looks great. This looks great. Maybe, like I said, they can maybe come back below $3 one more time, but doesn't matter. The macro is bullish. And this is definitely headed towards $4 and above in the coming months. So I don't know what's gonna cause it. Maybe some type of partnership is gonna come out. I don't know. But you guys will see. You guys will see. Something's gonna come out and the price is then gonna move and it's gonna seem like it was the partnership or the news event that made the price push, and everybody's gonna be excited, and that's just how this game is played. All these things are orchestrated. All right, SHX. So SHX, on its way to this 5 cent range, which is only a 100% gain from here as well. It seems like a lot of these assets want like a nice 100% push just to hit specific levels, right? So I feel like we're about to get, something within this quarter still. It's definitely looking possible. If they don't want to, if they decide to turn us around from here, then that'll actually surprise me. But I know you guys been seeing all that like movement, SHX when it comes to the team sending funds to certain exchanges and stuff like that. I don't find that a coincidence. I do believe that they're preparing, the exchanges for a listing. That's just what I believe. And SHX needs it. It definitely needs it because we can't just have this trading just on MEXC, especially if we're trying to extract, a good amount of profits out at these higher levels. So, hopefully we can get these exchange listings and the volume and liquidity can be, way more than it is right now, which would be good for profit taking. That's what we want at the end of the day. 5 cent is around that all-time high range, which is right here. And we're not too far from there. So that to me personally, this is a magnet. We already hit this 0.027, right? And for those of you who've been here a while, you guys know I've had these ranges here for a while. And look how we hit this. We hit this one, we hit it again, retraced. Now we hit this one, retraced. And now we're headed to this one. So you guys see, like these levels are like magnets. I don't make these levels for no reason. I've had these levels here since SHX was probably like over here, and we're hitting them perfectly and reacting to them. So next target's gonna be around this 5 cent range. We're probably gonna get a retracement from there again, maybe down to 2.5 to 3 cents once again, but that's okay because all the market is doing is it's invalidating this area to then push through it. And a perfect example is right here. Look at invalidated this area, retracement to then push through it. We're going to do the same thing with the all-time high. We're going to invalidate the area, retrace to then push through it. You take a look at XRP. It invalidated this all-time high, retraced to then do what? Push through it. If you go to Bitcoin, it invalidated the all-time high right here. Look, invalidated the area to retrace to then push through it. It even did it again right here. Invalidated the all-time high, retraced to then push through it. And this is a gradual rise. So all assets do the same thing. You just got to know what you're looking at. So SHX is in a good spot. And if you take a look at this chart, which for those of you who've been through a bull run, it takes about what, like I'll say 1 to 3 months for the big moves to happen. They don't happen in 6 to 12 months. They happen within a few months. That's why we're still in a good spot. So, once you really get that, you just gotta, stay vigilant, stay aware, and then once the time comes, you take action. So, we're basically gonna enter defense mode as we get deeper into the year. We're gonna have to, enter defense mode, and we'll see what we get. All right, so with Velo, this has been looking great as well. Slowly working its way back up. So last week we were roughly around right here. Yeah, we were right here. Yeah, so this is good. We like I mentioned, we hit the zone, we retraced, and what comes after? You should know this answer. I just went over it. We go through it. So that's what should be coming next on Velo. Is looking good. And that's this big zone right here. SHX did the same thing. So I do believe that Velo's about to get an aggressive push. Especially once it gets over 2 cents, it's gonna get more aggressive. This is just the algorithm. This is just the algorithm. And if they decide to announce some type of partnership or some type of news that ends up quote unquote pushing the price, right? Then you guys are once again gonna see how orchestrated these things are. So, yeah, we'll see, but this is not looking too bad. And I could see this headed towards, once we get above 2 cents again, I could see us easily pushing towards that 4 to 5 cent range. And we'll probably hit this and cool down again. But these cool downs can start getting shorter. I don't think they're going to be as long as these were. So, hopefully they push us straight towards 5 cents and it's a quick retracement to then we get a push towards 8 to 10 cents. And then it cools down here and then towards the end of the year, we could get another push possibly, So, and that can easily push us toward, at least 25 to 50 cents, you know? So that's still a possibility too, I'm not counting that out just yet. So I still hold my Velo. I still believe in it until things start getting closer. Let's say the dollar is not really, is bottoming out and Velo is, or Bitcoin is topping out too. And Velo is only at like, I don't know, let's say 20, 30 cents, right? Below 2 cents, all of that. You're gonna be up 10x, 1000% at 10 cents. So at this price, you're gonna